Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Brittany. Welcome to my channel, or I should say hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play? So today we're filming my first Halloween tutorial for this year. I'm super excited. I wanted to do Chucky. Obviously I wanted to do Chucky because I have red hair and it just kind of like, it's just something you do when you have red hair, you know, you become Chucky. So today we're gonna be filming this look. I wanted to do like a nice side of Chucky, a really pretty side, and then a really like Chucky side, you know? So we're gonna be filming this look. I'm super duper excited. If you guys wanna see how to get this look, let's go ahead and get started. Guys, I'm so excited to do my first Halloween look. So what you're gonna need for this video is some petroleum jelly or Vicks or anything that's gonna help your fingers not stick to the wax. You could also just use any lotion. You're also gonna need some kind of adhesive. Today I'm gonna be using my BritanyRaquell clear latex. And then of course some blood. I have two different kinds. We have scab blood and also just stage blood. And then of course the wax. We have nose and scar wax from BritanyRaquell. And so I'm so excited. I haven't done SFX makeup in forever, so hopefully this turns out okay. I'm super duper excited though. I also wanted to tell you guys like how Chucky came to be and like why they even made videos or movies about Chucky in the first place. So let's go ahead and jump in. Alright guys, so I have nothing on my face. First I'm going to start off by putting some of that petroleum jelly on my fingers just so the wax doesn't stick to it. And I do have a picture of Chucky pulled up on my phone for reference. Just ignore this right here. Hudson attacked me yesterday on my face for no reason. And he got me pretty good, and the rest is just like acne scars. But first I'm going to start off by sketching out where I want my scars with just some eyeshadow. So Chucky was actually based off of a real doll in real life, which is super duper creepy. But I was reading an article about it before I started this makeup look just to get some facts about Chucky. And it was so creepy. I will leave the article down below, the one that I read. But basically, a kid named Otto was given a doll when he was 6 years old from his servant. So this lady worked with the whole family and they actually treated her pretty badly. So she makes a doll and she actually puts on the doll the hair from the son. So from Otto, she used the hair and then she just like made a voodoo doll. I will have a picture of it on the screen. But this voodoo doll's name was Robert. And there was actually a lot of movies based off of Robert. I will have some linked down below. But it's just super duper creepy that this actually really did happen in real life. So basically the events that happened in the movie Chucky happened in real life to Otto. So he started talking to the doll and the parents didn't really think much of it. And he would just blame stuff on the doll that happened. Like if he were to get in trouble for something, he would blame it on Robert. And the parents didn't really believe him at the time, but then things started to happen to where they kind of got suspicious of the doll, and then even more things started to happen to where the doll would like smile at them, or they would put the doll like in the attic and it would just end up somewhere else. And so they basically got afraid of the doll, his parents did, and so they locked it in the attic. But the doll would just end up like out of the attic whenever they put him in there. And so fast forward, they grew up or Otto grew up and the parents, I don't know what happened to them, but basically Otto moved away, he got married, he had a normal life. But then him and his wife decide that he wants to move back to his childhood home, which of course brought him back to Robert the doll. It was still in the attic. And so he basically took the doll out and was like, oh my god, like had memories of him and the doll. But then some crazy crap started happening again with the doll. And so he was like, okay, never mind, like I'm gonna put this back in the attic. He put it in the attic and the same thing would happen. The doll would just like come out. They had like a rocking chair and he would be sitting on the rocking chair. And so every time he would lock him in the attic, he would wake up the next morning and Robert would be just sitting there in the rocking chair. I know I'm like giving myself the chills right now because how creepy it is. And I'm home alone too, to make it worse. So fast forward again. So Otto ends up dying. He gets older and he dies. And so the doll is still in the attic at this point. A new family moves in, and the little girl of that family that moves in ends up bringing out Robert once again from the attic and like wants to play with him, but soon realizes he's crazy. And basically Robert ends up like mutilating all her like toys, her Barbie dolls, all that weird stuff starts happening once again. The same thing that happened with Otto at the beginning. And so she gets like really scared of the doll and like tells her family about him. And it's basically the same story all over again. A plumber even came to fix something before and left like really fast because he said that the doll had laughed at him, which is so creepy. Like imagine just like going to do your job and that happens to you. I would be like, hell no, I quit. And so yeah, a whole bunch of creepy stuff ends up happening to the little girl as well. But she did end up growing up and moving out of that house, of course. And she says till this day, as an adult, that she claims that that doll is cursed and that it's evil. And so now that Robert doll is actually at a museum right now and you could go visit him, which I think is pretty cool. I would like to do that one day. But yeah, it's just really creepy. Like, what if he like ends up doing something at that museum, you know? You never know. Alrighty guys, so I kind of got the gist of where I want all my scars to be. I kind of want to keep this side the pretty glam side, so I kept mainly the scars on this side of my face. But that's pretty much how Chucky is anyway. He has all his scars on this side, and then the other side of his face is just pretty clean. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start with the SFX. So I'm going to take the BritanyRaquell nose and scar wax. And so I'm just going to take a chunk of that nose and scar wax, and I'm going to start rolling this like into a little worm to make my scars. So it's kind of like you're playing with Play-Doh, basically, just rolling it into a little worm. And you want to kind of make it the size of where you're gonna put it. Okay, so I'm gonna put my little worm to the side for now. And I'm gonna take my BritanyRaquell liquid latex. Basically, I'm gonna be using this liquid latex as my glue. So I'm just gonna put it right on top of those scars. Then I'm gonna take my little worm that I made with the wax. I'm gonna place it where I want it to go, right on top of that liquid latex. And I'm just blending down the edges so it sticks. Okay, and then I'm taking my spatula and some more of that petroleum jelly, and I'm just gonna kind of stick down the sides of the scar. So just grab the sides of the little worm you made and kind of blend it into your skin. Okay, so now that the sides are all down, I'm gonna go ahead and take my spatula and I'm just gonna go right in the center and kind of slice that wax open to make it look like it's a cut. Okay, now to go ahead and set that scar in place, I'm taking the liquid latex on a Q-tip and I'm going to put this over where we did the wax. And so just coat it with this liquid latex so it sets it. And you want to make sure you get right inside of the cut as well so it sets, because if not it will stay like sticky. Okay, so now I'm just gonna wait for that to dry before I do anything else to it, and while it's drying I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing to the rest of my scars.
2,000 years later.
I'm done with my scars. I didn't do all of them, as you guys could see, just because I got lazy. So I'm just gonna start off with this. And now that these ones up here are dry, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut where we had the initial cut. So kind of just go in like this to cut that liquid latex and make sure there's still like an indentation there. And see, with this scar I just left it raised. I didn't make any slice in it, so I'm just gonna leave that alone and let it set. And for this one I did do a gash, so I'm gonna go right here and make sure it's still open. And then I also have a gash right here in the middle of my chin, so I'm just gonna make sure that stays open, which that one's really open, so it should be good. Alright guys, hard part is over. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put foundation all over this. And for foundation today, I'm just gonna be using my LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. And I'm just going to apply that with my damp beauty blender. And I'm going to focus most of the foundation on this side that's like the pretty side, and on this side I'll put less just to make it look a little bit more crazy. Okay guys, for the nice looking side, I am going to use some concealer under my eyes to hide all that darkness and the veins under my eyes as well, just to perfect this side. And I'm also going to put some of this on my eyelid as well. And I really want to load up on it just to make it look super full coverage on this side. So I just keep layering on that concealer until I get the coverage that I want. I'm also going to highlight with this under my contour. Okay, and to go ahead and set my whole face, I'm going to be using my RCMA No Color Powder. Okay, so now we're going to add some color and depth to the look, starting off with like the cuts on my face. So where it's the deepest inside the cuts, like the really deep ones, I'm going to add some black eyeshadow. Okay, now that we have that black on there, I'm going to go ahead and go over it with a red eyeshadow just because I want that black in there to add depth, but I do want it to still look red because it is a cut. So I'm just going to put this right on top. Alright guys, so he does have some staples on his cuts, and so I definitely wanted to do that. And we have these staples right here that go into the staple gun, but they were too big. And so what I ended up doing was finding a ornament hook. And so I just got one of these. These are just to hang like little ornaments on the Christmas tree. And I cut them into little pieces, and then I just pushed it into my cut. Hopefully you guys could see that. But yeah, I just pushed it into there and it works. So I'm just going to keep doing that. Okay, before I do the rest of the staples, I want to do the stitches, and I'm just going to use a eyeliner to go ahead and do the stitches just because I don't have any string or anything. So I feel like this is the easiest way, and it's okay if they're not perfectly straight because we're going to go over all this with blood anyways. I forgot to add some color to this cut, so I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow. Okay, so now I want to add some blood. The blood I'm going to be using first is the BritanyRaquell Scab blood. This one's my favorite just because it has a more thick, chunky consistency. And I'm just going to apply that straight to the middle of my cuts. Okay, so next blood we're going to use is the BritanyRaquell Stage Blood. This one's more liquidy, so it's like an original blood. Okay, so now that we have all our blood on, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyes, starting off with the black eye that he has, the really messed up eye. So first I'm going to start off by taking my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Black Bean, which is just a black shade. And I'm going to put this all over the lid. Okay, so I do want this to look like an actual black eye. So now that I have my black base down, I'm going to go in with this red color up here. And I'm going to pack this all over the lid and blend it into my crease. Just because black eyes have like lots of colors to them. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the actual black shade and pack this really close to the lash line. And like I said, you just want to be messy with it. You don't want to be too precise because then it'll just look like a circle, you know? Okay, it's looking too round to me, so I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna blend out these edges to kind of like mess up that circle shape, you know? Okay, now I'm going to take a spoolie brush. This is just one that I've had for forever, and I'm going to take the bristles and I'm just going to kind of mess them up. Okay, after you got it all messed up, I'm going to go ahead and dip it into some blood. Okay, then after you got your blood on the brush, you're just going to want to press it over your eye. And this is going to give the look of like splattered blood. Oh, that looks so cool. I love it. My vanity looks like someone just got murdered. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with that scab blood, the more thick one. And you want to make sure you don't get this actual blood in your eyes. So you just want to be very careful, but I'm going to put this on my eyelid. But now I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I'm just going to do my brows with the red lip pencil. Okay guys, so I'm going to try to keep this side as pretty as can be since we got kind of carried away with the blood. So first I'm going to go ahead and contour my face, but only on this side. And I'm using NARS Laguna. And I'm kind of going in a curve just to give that doll-like appearance. I'm going to use that same Laguna bronzer in the crease of my eye to give us some definition. And I'm gonna run a little bit of that on the lower lash line as well. So Chucky does have some freckles, so I do want to add some freckles. So I'm just going to be using my brow pen from MAC. This is the Shape and Shade brow tint in the color Lingering, and I'm just going to dot on some freckles. So I want to use like a doll pink blush, so what should I go in with? Yes, this one's perfect. This is MAC Peony Petal. It's just a very cool tone blush. I'm going to take a little bit of that on my cheeks. Okay, and now for my eyes, I'm going to take the white eyeshadow in this palette. This is the Lunar Beauty palette, if you're wondering. Life's a Drag. And I'm just going to pack this all over the lid to brighten it up. Now my Chucky has to have a wing liner, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use my Stila liquid liner to do that. As you guys could see, my staples got kind of messed up, but I actually like the way that looks, so I'm just going to leave it. But I do want to add some more, so I cut some more up. Not sure where to put them. Just going to place them in random spots. For lashes today, I'm going to be using my Ardell Wispies, but I'm only going to put it on this side of my face. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of white eyeliner to the waterline. Alrighty guys, last but not least, we have to do our lips, and I want a nice bright red lip. So we're going to be using Stila's Beso. Now I'm taking a little bit more Scab Blood, and I'm going to connect my lip with this cut right here. And that is pretty much the finished look. I really, really love it. I'm going to go ahead and get in costume, and I'll show you what everything looks like together. Okay guys, so this is the finished look with the costume. Obviously my hair is already red, so I just took it down, kind of messed it up a little bit. But if your hair is not red, I would do like a red wig. You could do like a bright red or like a straight up like ginger red. It really doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure people will get the point. And I got my costume off of Amazon. It's super cute. It says "Good Guys," and it is like a dress, like a sexy Chucky, and it did come with some red stockings. I will have it linked in the description if you want to pick it up. It was super affordable. It was like 30 bucks, so not that bad at all. And so yeah, I really ended up liking this look. I hope that you guys did too. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I hope that you guys have a very happy Halloween. If you have any questions for me, leave it in the comments down below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, BritanyRaquell, go ahead and subscribe before you leave. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that's 3 times a week. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!